Here we are, Monday, April 7th, 2025. I hope all is well with you. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Saturday, I got the chance to do the first broadcast of 2025 remotely from Teton Auto Credit, their brand new location on 2800 South Pioneer Road. And during those 2 hours, I was telling people, hey, the only way to get this last pair of tickets for Chevelle, Asking Alexandria, and Dead Poet Society live at the Mountain America Center on Tuesday, September 30th is to come to this table and sign up with me. And you know what? Let's pick a winner right now. Let's draw a winner. I have the box open right here next to me. I'm going to shuffle the papers all around. And I'm going to look away and pick one and say their name on the air right now. Here we go. Let's pick this one right here. I got my eyes closed. Brandy Adams winning a pair of tickets to go see Chevelle. I keep wanting to say 3 Days Grace for no reason at all. Chevelle, Asking Alexandria, Dead Poet Society, Mountain America Center, September 30th. I'll give Brandy Adams a call here soon. If you want to give me a call overall, you can over at 208-535-1015. Over the weekend, besides the remote, I actually went out by myself Saturday night. I even texted Victor saying, hey, you'd be proud of me right now. I just decided to go to the bar 18 in downtown IF just to see Katie Lee from Z103. Her band was performing there last night, and so I was like, you know what, I'll show some support. I'll go there, and sure enough, I mean, I had to be seated at the bar in order to watch the band, according to the staff, so they sat me down to this girl who was also by herself, and we were both just like, okay, hi, how's it going? That's about it. But I had my mocktail, if you will, the zero proof painkiller, and then I got up and left, and that was my outing Saturday night. I tell you, I'm a loser through and through. You know, by myself always, the lone wolf. That's right. Anyway, Peach's Pit Party. We'll be back here in just a few more minutes on K-Barrett 101. So this entire week, I'm preparing for my week off. Next week, I'll be gone Monday the 14th through Thursday the 24th. I'll be coming back Thursday the 24th. Traveling home, going to go see AC/DC at the Rose Bowl. I've mentioned that on the air quite a lot. Well, I like how this is in the radio prep. Traveling by plane can be a gassy experience, and there's a scientific reason behind it. When you're up in the air, the lower cabin pressure causes the gases in your body to expand, leading to more frequent farts. To minimize this, it's best to avoid gas-inducing foods like beans, foods that are high in carbs, and, of course, carbonated drinks before your flight. They serve carbonated drinks on the plane. They luckily don't sell bean and cheese burritos with Allegiant. But they do offer Cheez-Its, Goldfish. I wouldn't consider those gassy, but they're definitely carb heavy. But I mean, they're all carbs pretty much. But I mean, if it gets people to sort of lean away, as if I wasn't already a nuisance to sit by, because I'm bigger than the chair itself. It sucks to sit next to me in a plane because I'll be all up in your space. I can't imagine me eating Taco Bell before a flight, and I'm just letting them rip, ruining the flight for everyone else. So all of my friends pretty much over the weekend went and saw the Minecraft movie. I should have went and saw it, but just didn't really feel like, paying money for a ticket, going to the theater. I was kind of lazy this weekend. I did some chores around my place because, I got to prep for the week off. I got to deep clean and everything. So I wouldn't say I was totally lazy, but I just didn't want to spend money going to see that movie, even though there was tons of people that said, hey, you know what? The Minecraft movie isn't all that bad compared to the reviews online, which is why I will always say don't trust the reviews online. Always go to a movie yourself, and then you can decide whether you like it or not. And the big thing was that, the Minecraft movie takes place in Idaho. And I posted a screenshot of the fake city, Chugless, Idaho, the potato chip capital of America, not the world, just of America. And I posted on our K-Bear page, and sure enough, there was plenty of people saying it was directed by Jared Hess, who also did Napoleon Dynamite, something like that, which I thought was pretty interesting. They chose Idaho out of all places for the new Minecraft movie. At least it's something nice about Idaho in the news, right? Right? It's been a lifelong dream of mine to be a famous celebrity. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be extremely famous, you know? But now looking at it, I'm like, maybe it's best not to be as famous as somebody like Aaron Rodgers or Shailene Woodley, who starred in the whole Divergent series of movies and all of that. Those two dated and they broke up. I don't know when they broke up, but during an interview in December of last year, Shailene Woodley said publicly to People magazine, out of all places, her relationship with Aaron Rodgers caused her to lose her soul, her happiness and joy in life, as she felt depressed and was at the lowest point in her life because of him. Yikes. Yikes. I mean, how does Aaron Rodgers feel that his now ex, went to a giant magazine, not just like to one of her friends, to People magazine, out of all things, and said that explicitly? I would be devastated if I was a full-on famous celebrity and one of my exes is like, yeah, when I dated him, he's the worst piece of trash person I've ever met, and just goes on this giant tirade, and I'm reading it in People magazine, out of all places. Shohei Ohtani is one of the biggest sports stars in the world, but that doesn't mean that his teammates won't rib him about something where he looks just goofy. Ohtani did a commercial for a Japanese skincare company, and in it, he makes a move with the bottle near his face that looks like he's, what is this, Vogarine? From the Madonna song and video, his Dodgers teammates caught wind of the ad and now have started doing that move to Ohtani whenever he does something great on the field. It's Masters Week for golf, and while the tournament doesn't actually start until Thursday, a supercomputer has simulated the 2025 Masters 1,000 times. And it seems that Scottie Scheffler has the best chance at winning with a 34% probability, followed by Rory McIlroy at 23%, and while the betting odds suggest Bryson DeChambeau, the sixth favorite, the supercomputer says he's third most likely to win, according to the simulation. In pro football news, NFL superstar Lamar Jackson is in a trademark dispute with NASCAR superstar Dale Earnhardt Jr. over the use of a stylized number 8. Jackson, who wore number 8 since his college days, filed a suit to stop Earnhardt from using a slanted version of the number on merchandise. This isn't the first time Jackson has gotten testy over the number 8. He's previously challenged Troy Aikman's attempt to use 8 on apparel. The trademark review process can take over a year, so this battle is far from over. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Barrel 101. I was extremely upset with Duke's performance in the Final Four over the weekend. Very, very unfortunate that they lost their game. I could have easily been in first place, I think, if Duke won. Because in my best bracket that had 116 points total, I had Florida-Duke national championship with Florida winning. And even if Duke won the national championship, there was still another bracket where I had Duke winning, and maybe that could have won. But unfortunately, Duke lost by like 3 points. Cooper Flagg missed the game-winning three-pointer. Was it 3 points or was it 2? I forgot the exact score, but I did see the ESPN notification that made my heart drop that Cooper Flagg missed the game-winning shot. And sure enough, Houston now in the national championship against Florida. I'm rooting for Florida. I really don't care for that school, but I'm just rooting for them so that way I can at least get third place and get that whopping $5 as the third place prize. Yippee. Peaches Pit Party on K-Bear 101. I believe this is the same company that is trying to bring back the woolly mammoth. They tested out something with mice and created woolly mice. Cool. But do we need the mammoth? I don't think so. But the same company, Colossal Biosciences, they've successfully brought the extinct dire wolf back to life. Yeah, using advanced genetic engineering, scientists decoded the dire wolf genome from ancient DNA samples and edited gray wolf DNA to match it. The result? 3 healthy dire wolf pups, Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi. Born through surrogate domestic dogs, this milestone not only marks the first de-extinction of its kind, but also paves the way for reviving other extinct species like the woolly mammoth and the Tasmanian tiger. Colossal aims to apply these techniques to bolster conservation efforts for endangered animals, such as the red wolf, by enhancing genetic diversity and resilience. Now, I think this is just something we shouldn't mess with. at all. Like, what purpose is there going to be for the woolly mammoth to come back? I would love to know that. And I think one of the head guys at Colossal Biosciences was just on the Joe Rogan podcast to talk about them bringing back the dire wolf. I'm for sure going to have to listen to that whole conversation later tonight after the show. So get this. Apparently teens these days, those kids these days are just not that into driving at all. A ton of them are straight up delaying getting their license, and parents are just sitting there like, why won't you let me teach you how to parallel park? With increasing levels of frustration and yelling, But it kind of makes sense. I mean, think about it. Between Uber, DoorDash, FaceTime, and just vibing online, there's way less urgency to go get behind the wheel. Plus, driving is expensive, stressful, and let's be real, if you're already dealing with school, social anxiety, and a 14-hour TikTok binge, who wants to also learn the difference between a flashing yellow and a solid red, right? Still, it's a big milestone. So if you've got a teenager in your house, maybe, ease up on the lectures, just talk to them about it, or worst case scenario, just keep being the chauffeur until they're like 25. That's not awkward at all, right? I remember begging my parents to let me get my license because I was 16. I was watching all my friends drive. And they came up with some lousy excuse about how I was too immature to drive yet or something like that. And my parents and I would just go back and forth. And they had this really dumb thing. It was very redundant that they would tell me, no, I won't be able to get my license. But then they would get very frustrated that they had to drive me places. It was just weird, right? I really wanted to drive, though. I'm not like, the kids these days wanting to be driven around, lazy Gen Z. No, I'm only playing. My allergies are going off just reading this story. There's this woman, Linnea Latanzio, who lives in California. She has over 1,100 cats. That's not a typo or anything like that. No. She has 1,100 cats. At that point, you don't live with cats. The cats let you stay. She literally gave up her whole house, moved into a trailer, let the cats take over the place like some kind of feline coop. It's called the Cat House on the Kings, and it's basically a fluffy, whiskered empire. And it's no joke. She's saved over 28,000 cats. At some point I was thinking of getting a pet, just because I would like to have a pet around. But I'm thinking, the vet bills, the food, the litter for one cat is a lot. I can't imagine all these cats being all loved all at once. I need to know what's a day in her life like. How many cat bowls does she have? How many litter boxes does she have? Does she have like a giant sandbox in the backyard that's all cat litter? I need to know. I should get this lady on the show. If I can get a contact for Linnea Latanzio, I feel like, if I find her on Facebook, I'll send her a message. I was looking at eastidahonews.com, and apparently there is a water circus coming to Idaho Falls. Yeah, a water circus like Cirque du Soleil, but wetter. It's called Cirque Italia, and they're setting up shop in the Grand Teton Mall parking lot from April 18th through the 21st, which sucks because, they're done when I get back from California. The entire stage is built on 35,000 gallons of water. I don't even know where they find that much water out there. They've got aerial artists, contortionists, jugglers, people flipping through fountains. It's basically what happens when a circus meets a slip and slide and decides to get fancy. Oh, you can also snag a free kids ticket with the promo code FACEFREE when you buy an adult one ticket. So if you've got kids or you just want to go stare and awe at humans doing things you physically can't, me neither. CirqueItalia.com is where to go. If you want to read more about this article, you can also visit eastidahonews.com. Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear 101. So in addition to the show prep for next week, when I'm out on vacation and Victor's back running this station, I have to prepare not only my shows, I also have to prepare something huge that's going to be announced on Friday at 10 a.m. All right? I'll hop in here, considering Victor is out for this entire week. I'll turn the board live, hop live on the air, and talk about what exactly we plan on having on Monday. All right? That's all I can say right now. I can't say anything else other than the fact that be prepared for an announcement Friday, 10 a.m., and then we'll officially launch it Monday. All right? All right? The Monday that I'm gone. Victor will come back and help start. I don't want to go any further. Just be prepared for something Friday at 10 a.m. All right, San Francisco, what are we doing? City officials decided to shut down a stretch of the Great Highway and turn it into a park. Cool, sure, but then they made the critical mistake of letting the public name it, which is basically like handing a toddler a Sharpie and saying, don't draw on the walls. And the internet delivered. Among the suggestions, really stupid park, no one who lives here voted for this park, and of course, the classic, just like Bodie McBoatface, Parky McParkface, because if there's one thing society will always agree on, it's that every public naming contest must spiral into absurdity. Now, despite all that beautiful chaos, the city somehow narrowed it down to 5 actual finalists: Playland Parkway, Sunset Dunes, Great Parkway, Fog Line, and Plover Parkway, which all sound like brands of lotion, but okay. Well, Victor has talked about how one of his daughters moved to Phoenix, and I'm sure there's been a lot of people who have moved from Idaho to Arizona. If you ever thought about doing so, well, here's a solid reason to not move to Arizona. Health officials down there just issued a warning now that it's heating up. The scorpions and spiders are back. Apparently, when the temperatures rise, so do the legs, all 8 of them. Scorpions crawling into shoes, spiders creeping into beds. No thanks. I'll take our bipolar Idaho weather over venomous house guests any day. They're telling people to shake out their clothes, seal up their houses, and get this, put mason jars under crib legs so the scorpions can't climb up. Yeah, I didn't realize this, that scorpions can't climb glass. If I have to build a glass moat to keep nature out, I'm moving. So at least we got it here with the weird weather, right? I mean, there is some sort of nest outside my place, like above one of the neighbors' parking spots. I don't know what kind of bugs they are. They're real tiny. They fly around. They don't bite. They're not venomous in any way, shape, or form. They just, for some reason, decided that, hey, let's go to Peach's front door and chill there on summer nights. And during the winter, they haven't been there, but that nest is still, just chilling there. So I'm assuming they're just chilling in the nest and not moving till the temperatures get warmer, because I think I saw a little bit of them when we got some warmer weather for a few days. But I'm thinking I might just go outside with a nice hose or a water bottle and just, I don't know, hose down, get rid of that nest before they all come crawling out for summer 2025. My door's covered in those tiny little bugs. They're not painful. They're not going to cause me pain in any way. They're just annoying. Got to give a huge shout out to Brandy winning those tickets for Chevelle Asking Alexandria Dead Poet Society at Teton Auto Credit this past Saturday when I was there broadcasting from 1 to 3. I set a pair of tickets aside for that show and said whoever comes to this remote and signs up with me, that's their shot at trying to get these last pair of tickets. It was only for people who stopped by and saw me this past Saturday. It was awesome seeing a whole bunch of listeners show up for that. There was also free lunch there. Couldn't pass up on a free burger, free hot dog as well. And I was looking at our concert calendar at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. I completely forgot August Burns Red is going to be in Salt Lake City tonight. And then over in Boise, Hollywood Undead and Tech Nine. Yeah, both those shows are happening. Let's look further here. I see Poison the Well, April 11th, The Depot. Machine Head with In Flames, Lacuna Coil, going to be at the Union Event Center April 13th. So many shows this month. I'm real sad I can't make it to either Paleface Swiss at Metro Music Hall in Salt Lake City on the 19th, as well as Chelsea Grin, Shadow of Intent, and a whole bunch of other, I think Signs of the Swarm's on there. That's going to be a heavy show for sure, but tons of shows happening this month. There's a lot of shows to look forward to this year. I'm excited for it. Now, August is looking jam-packed with shows. Go to that concert calendar at riverbendmediagroup.com. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.